Hi there, my nostrils. Welcome back to the Nashville Nose, the hottest place on YouTube for fragrance, baby. I'm your host, Dr. Magnifiscent, as per usual. And today we're gonna get sporty. I'm going into this review with a very open mind because I don't normally gravitate towards sport flankers. It's not my thing. There's a lot of good ones out there that I do like Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. That title's a mouthful. But today we're gonna explore one of the top sport flankers from the house of Dior, and the much more simply titled Dior Homme Sport. This is a vintage batch. Got it on eBay from a reputable seller. At least I hope so. It was the only way to get it in 50 mils. Nowadays it only comes in 75. So to the average fragrance shopper, this vintage formulation might seem a bit useless, but not to worry. Just the other day, Emily needed to run to the mall for something. The salesperson was nice enough to give me a sample of the current formulation of Dior Homme Sport. So today will in fact be a bit of a personal battle for me. Not a battle video, this is just for me, to determine whether this older formulation will perform better or worse than the current one available in stores now. It's also good for me to have a reference from an unmistakable original to help confirm whether this marketplace purchase is or isn't a dupe. There's always that risk with eBay. Luckily, they're really good at returns. So let's check out the presentation of this older Dior Homme Sport. Looks pretty much the same as the current boxes. I managed to see some of them while I was at the mall. Just your typical white box, Dior Homme Sport, right there in the middle on a silver platter. This is an eau de toilette, so not the highest hopes with performance, but you know, it's worth a try. Here's the bottle, and the bottle is... Forgot about that. And the bottle is pretty much the same, except this is 50 milliliters, so it's a little bit shorter. I really love the Dior Homme bottles. I just love the square blocky box design, the really square blocky cap, and the atomizer in this one is really cool. We got a red ring around the base of the atomizer. The actual sprayer nozzle itself is red. Very, very nice. And now let's check out the presentation for the Dior Homme Sport sample. Ooh, it's a plastic white cylinder. All right, enough of that. Let's get down to business. Time to diagnose. The doctor is now in. Let's put the vintage batch on this hand and our sample of our current formulation on this side. Guess it's pretty obvious that the sample sprayer is not as good. Let's compare. Starting with the vintage batch. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty nice. Smells very lemony, very citrusy, kind of a typical freshie. Let's compare with the current formulation. Oh my, hold up, wait a minute. This is tricky. Okay, hold on. You know, off my first impression, I was like, oh, that smells a little bit different, a little bit more spicy, but the differences are real subtle. One thing I'm noticing, though, is they're leaving a pretty nice sheen on the back of my hand here. So there must be something in there giving it a little bit of sticking power. That feels kind of reassuring when it comes to performance. The new one smells really nice. Oh, and the old one, okay, hold on. My brain was a little bit swamped there for a second, because from the initial blast, the older formulation smelled like a very typical citrusy designer. But no, it's developing a little bit more depth in the few minutes of application, whereas the newer one is a little bit more high-pitched, a little bit more emphasis on the bright citrus. If I were to guess, I would say that the vintage batch has a little bit more of a sweeter citrus, like an orange, a mandarin or blood orange or something. And the newer one is really lemony and a little bit piney, which is odd. I feel like there's just like a hint of something pine, kind of green, kind of woody. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, they are starting to kind of go their own way. Well, there's only one way to find out. We gotta look at those notes. All right, pulling up the current formulation of Dior Homme Sport on the website, and we have Reggio di Calabria Bergamot. Sounds fancy. So yes, bergamot is in the open of the current Dior Homme Sport. That's pretty obvious. And oh yes, and here we go. Italian lemon. Yes, totally called that. The mid notes in the current formula are elemi and pink pepper, and I think the elemi is one of the components that's really aiding in its performance. For an eau de toilette, it seems pretty dense, which I'm really happy about. And then in the base notes, they claim to have frankincense and woods. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Will that frankincense give it this churchy, spicy, incensey, resinous feel to it as it rounds out and develops. That will be an interesting little twist if that's the case. Unfortunately, there's no way to look up the notes of the older Dior Homme Sport, so we're gonna have to look on Fragrantica. All right, pulling up the notes for Dior Homme Sport 2017. Oh my God, you kidding me? Blood orange, grapefruit, lemon, and pear. So I was pretty right on about the orange. We also have pink pepper, nutmeg, geranium, and a base of sandalwood and vetiver. And I'm really curious if that vetiver will come into play more as it dries down, because that'll give it a nice, refined, a little bit older, gentlemanly type flair to it. And I'm really hoping that that becomes more apparent. Off the open though, I gotta say, I think I am leaning more towards the vintage batch, which I'm not all that surprised about. That's just kind of how it goes, especially with a fragrance that's been around for a while. With every reformulation, usually it lacks some depth, some character, and that may not be their fault necessarily. It could have something to do with the regulations, certain ingredients they can't use anymore, or it could also be cutting costs by going with more synthetics and less natural essences. It could be a little bit of both, who knows? I have no inside information, so I don't want to throw Dior under the bus for that. But as far as performance goes, I mean, as of now, it seems like the newer version still will have some pretty decent staying power. So I really want to put these to the longevity test right now. I'll step away and come back and let you know how long they last and how well they develop and bloom off the skin over the course of a few hours. And don't you move! Let's go! We are back. We're back. We are back, Jack. All right. This is really interesting. The differences between these two are more stark than ever. First of all, my assessment with my vintage bottle of Dior Homme Sport, I am so shocked that they don't have a musk note listed. Because as it dries down, homeboy over here gets real musky, real sexy. It just has overall more character and depth than the modern one. But I have to say, when it comes to performance, I think the modern Dior Homme Sport has better longevity. Because in the few hours I've been wearing it, this one is still blasting off the skin pretty well. Now, there could be a couple different reasons for this. One possibility could be that this vintage bottle may have been tampered with. Maybe it was a half-full bottle that they filled up with perfumer alcohol and then resealed in cellophane and sold as never used. It doesn't seem like that's the case, but I mean, you never know. Because the performance on this one is really solid too. I'm more talking longevity at this point, because the projection from this guy is pretty great. In fact, one of my fiance's friends is actually downstairs right now, just hanging out with us. And after I sprayed them on and did my initial smell test, I walked downstairs and she was like, ooh, what are you wearing? And I let her try both. But then she told me, oh, well, when you came downstairs, I smelled this one, which is the older one. So the other reason could be that there's something in here that I've gone a little bit anosmic to. In fact, that's why I brought this bag of coffee up here with me. I need a palate cleanser. Oh, I love the smell of coffee. Robust. All right, now let's check it out. Okay. Vintage. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the current one does outperform the vintage one by a little bit. So I don't know if it's the fact that I've gone more nose blind to it, but the most likely reason I think the newer one is lasting longer may be from LME. So LME is a resin, but it's said to have a really heavily citric and piney flavor to it. But as far as overall scent goes, the vintage batch is muskier, sexier, more rounded, goes a little bit deeper, has a little bit more character. Whereas the way that the current formulation has developed, it's higher pitched, thinner, more zesty and zingy and fresh and bright. And from the peanut gallery downstairs, they both thought that the vintage formulation smelled better. I don't know. I think that the vintage bottle absolutely smells better. It's got more complexity. It's a little bit more broad in its scent spectrum. But I can't knock the modern Dior Homme Sport. It is lasting really well for a really bright, crisp freshie. None of them really have that Dior Homme powdery iris, but it's okay because I kind of expected that from a sports flanker. I know I rag on Dior Homme cologne for not containing any of that powdery iris. This just smells like county fair lemonade. But compared to Dior Homme Sport, I mean, this guy, and this guy for that matter, have not only better performance, but more depth and character all around. So if you can't get your hands on a vintage bottle, the vintage bottle is more refined. I'm not getting a lot of vetiver in the dry down. Like I said earlier, I'm getting a lot of musk. Also, with the current sport, I'm not really getting any frankincense, but there is a really slight spice to it. I wouldn't say frankincense. If they said that this had black pepper in it, I would believe it, because it has like this kind of peppery, spicy, slight undertone in there. So final thoughts for both of these. If you can find a vintage bottle from a reputable seller, I do find it to be the superior scent. Also, while I was wearing both of them, this one seemed to carry more through the air. So the sillage on the vintage bottle, I guess, is a little bit better. But when it comes to longevity, I gotta say, I am really impressed with the performance on the modern formulation. I was expecting something along the lines of Dior Homme cologne, which is just pathetically weak. This thing has some staying power, and it's kind of making me want to get a current full bottle too. I think it'd be nice to have both. It may be a bit redundant, but when they dry down, there's a lot of really noticeable differences. Kind of generic. I mean, let's be honest, it's not breaking any new ground, but it's one of the best that I've tried so far, because it's not shower jelly or blue. It's high quality. It's Dior, so it's gonna be top shelf. Now, Dior Homme Sport is a really great freshie, and I think worth trying. Really easy to find literally everywhere. Just go to the mall and you'll find it at Sephora, Ulta, Dillard's, Macy's, Nordstrom, wherever. Anywhere, just get out there and give it a shot. But this vintage Dior Homme Sport is no slouch either. This thing not only performs really well, again, for a super duper freshie fresh Peru. It's fresh. It's real fresh. So fresh and so clean. But as it dries down, it has a lot of body to it. It's musky. It's sexy. It definitely sets it apart from the average mainstream freshie, including the current Dior Homme Sport. Yeah, this smells like a lot of things that you would smell in the mainstream market, but out of all of those, I think it's a total winner. I don't know if it tops Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, but I can't deny it. Dior Homme Sport is a really fantastic sport flanker. Head and shoulders above so many others out there. So yeah, get out there. If you spot it, try it, and let me know what you think in those comments. And after you leave that comment, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's right, get in the game, hit subscribe. Also, if you would, give us a like, ring that bell, share me with your pheromone challenge friends and family, blast me out onto your socials. Every little bit helps, because this is not a fragrance channel. And you know what we say, it's a community. And I look forward to doing this again with you next time. Until then, stay sporty and stay smelly. The doctor is out.